So hello and thanks for visiting Strobes.com. In this video here, I'm going to go over the installation, synchronizing and troubleshooting with our ILB interior light bar. So let me move the camera around, let me zoom in, and let me give you some information to hopefully help you install and troubleshoot your light bar. Okay, so now that we've moved the camera around, I'm going to show you a few things about the ILB, the interior light bar. First of all, it comes with 2 short and 2 long visor mounting brackets. The brackets also have a hole in them in case you want to permanent mount it or drill it up into your headliner. The choice is yours. On the back of the light, well, maybe back up. First, you generally will mount these. Again, they're universal. They don't fit in every vehicle, but you slide these up with your existing vehicle visor mounts. So they're up underneath your visors. You then lift the light up to the mounts using the supplied screws. There's a track here in the back of the light, so you can adjust it back and forth where it fits best, screw it in. Again, it does not fit every single vehicle. It's universal. As I mentioned in the other video, you can use these 4 screws. Just take them out, slide the bracket in, put the screw back in. And that's how you mount the bar inside your vehicle. Again, some vehicles may require a little custom work, but on a universal bar, that's pretty common. Okay, now that I've showed you how to install the light, I'm going to show you the wiring. So for starters, I'm going to go over each wire. So you have your red and your black wire coming out of the light harness. Ground, good solid ground, and positive 12 volts. Fuse it at 5 amps at your power source. You then have a white wire, which is your steady burn override, your takedown wire. You have a blue wire, which is your flash pattern that uses plus 12 volts momentarily to change your flash pattern. Your purple wire is mode 1, your green wire is mode 2, and your yellow wire is your sync. So if you're just doing one light, we'll get to that one in a second, you can just go through, change your flash pattern, and find the pattern you like. So it's pretty simple. You just find a pattern you like and you set it and forget it. So I'm going to just do an inside out pattern, and I've picked it. I have my white doing a half and half quad flash. I'm happy. And then my third pattern, I'm going to go with 2 and 2 back and forth, red and white. And that's it. So if you're just doing one light, you just set it up, switch 1 and switch 2. Now remember, if you combine your switches, you go to mode 3. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your wiring. If at any point you go to the white wire on a separate takedown switch, it's completely separate. It goes to solid burn for for color number 2, which is your takedown light. When you go to add another light to the mix, that's where you have to learn to synchronize. So we're going to start this up on mode 1, and you can see this is a slow single in-out flash pattern. So I am going to take my flash pattern wire. I'm going to go over to the blue wire on light number 2 only, because you're only changing this flash pattern. You want to match it to this one. So I'm going to hit the button till I find the same flash pattern. Okay, so you can see now I have the same flash pattern. At this point, once you have them both set to the same flash pattern, you take your yellow wire from one, connect it to the other, and you can see now both lights are flashing in sync. So whenever you turn this off and on, the light will flash in sync. I'm going to go to mode 2 now, and I did the same thing. I found the second pattern on this light, matched it up with the first pattern. I'm going to disconnect the sync just to give you an idea. Should go out of sync here, but once you find the same pattern, you then connect your sync wire and the lights will flash synchronized. So now I'm going to go to mode 3. I'm going to disconnect my sync wire while I'm setting it up. And these 2 I already have set to the same pattern as well. And now I'm going to connect my sync wire. And once I synchronize them, they will do the same flash pattern. Takes a little bit of work when you're setting them up, but once they're set up, you should be good to go. Now, if you want to put a flash pattern wire on your lights, you can do that. Just keep in mind, okay, we're going to go blue to blue, so everything changes at once. Depending on what type of pattern it is, some random patterns will not sync. It's just the way they're programmed inside the bar. But now that I have everything synced up, I'm on the combination mode. They should, as you can see, stay synced up as you change patterns. Sometimes, depending on which switch gets power sooner than the other, and so on and so forth, you can run into a little glitch now and then where they don't. So now I'm going to mode 2 on, and you can see these stay synced up as well. So once you get it all set up, it should stay synchronized and you can change patterns. I'll go just to mode 1, and we're going to change patterns. And you can see they will stay synced up. The key is when you first install them, you want to set one, set the other, then synchronize. Set one, set the other, then synchronize. What will happen is if you're running one light, so I'm going to disconnect power here, but you have them synchronized, it starts to cause chaos with the first light because it thinks, because you have them synchronized, it's waiting on a signal from the other light. So make sure, if you watch the change in the flash pattern here, when I take the sync wire off, even though this light is off, it goes to its normal pattern. As soon as I connect the sync wire without this light running, the light gets confused because it's looking for the signal. So again, one at a time, once they're both up and running, then you synchronize. And that's it. Just take your time, follow the install guide. Hopefully this video helps. Any questions at all, give us a call here. We'll try to help you out. Thanks for visiting strobesmore.com. Have a great day.